Alright nerds, I'm gonna show you how to make some bread. You only need 5 ingredients: flour, water, salt, yeast, honey. That's 5. You have to have this kind of flour. It's from Trader Joe's. It's unbleached. You need yeast, active dry yeast, honey. I don't care what kind of honey you use. Measuring cup for water. And here's salt. Large mixing bowl. I like to use metal because then I can put plastic wrap over it. This is a 2-day recipe, just so you know. So let's go to town with some of this flour here. We're gonna get our bowl ready, our flour. 3 cups. And I know people get all fancy and like legit bread makers are gonna get pissed at me for not actually measuring out this flour in grams and everything. And you wanna post it on Instagram and say that you did it all by yourself and looks cool. Basically the reason I did it. It's 3 cups of flour, 1.5 cups of water, warm temperature of like a bath where you get in. Oh, this is kind of nice, but it's also not hot enough to where I want it. So that's what water temperature you need. I've got my warm bath water. You need a 1/2 teaspoon. This is turning into an ASMR with this packaging. Just throw it in there. My brothers are gonna tell me to cut my fingernails, whatever. Nice and smoky. I'm gonna come back over here to my dry ingredients. And I'm gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Boom. It's not fancy boy bread, just so y'all know. Alright, this is the most important part. Let's add our honey. There's no set amount of honey, you just add as much as you think's good. There we go. So we got all our dry ingredients, which is just flour, salt, and honey. We're gonna slowly add our yeast and water mix. Stir it down. A little bit more. This is where you're gonna determine whether you're making pancakes or you're making bread. It's actually pretty good right there. I'm gonna add just, I think I'm just, yeah, that's more. So I want to be able to pick this up, this whole thing out without really a whole lot sticking to my hands. So maybe it's not too sticky. See that? And then we're just gonna cover this guy. Know what I had to do to get that thing to stay up right there. I usually let it wait either overnight or just, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can wait. I wouldn't wait more than 48 hours. Anywhere between 12 and 47. Is this? Alright guys, if you followed my instructions right for the first step, this is the result you should have. You should see some bubbles in it.
Yeah.
It should smell kind of like a well-chlorinated pool. Or scrape it out with your hands or use a little spatula or something. Doesn't matter. There's your dough. Just set it down there. Another life hack, really quick, just zoom in here. I'm preheating the oven to 450 degrees. Put your cast iron pot, or whatever cast iron you're cooking with, in there.
Tax dog.
Okay, now we have this dough. Your hand should be a little floured. Your counter should be floured. Now, if you're not good at math, you're gonna struggle with this part. I'm gonna fold this into thirds. We're making a round loaf. 1/3, 1/3, and then this is gonna be in the halves. Boom. And then you flip the seams down. Okay. Now you just keep tucking it underneath itself. It starts to form this little ball. That what we call the skin of the dough. I mean, you should be able to just hold in your palm. Like, this is a good Instagram shot right here. For your Insta story, like, I'm making bread.
Look at all the flour getting on my floor.
Smooth little baby's bottom for scoring. Parchment paper. This is not waxed or it's just like really thin paper. I like to set it down so your bread doesn't stick to it. The first 2 loaves of bread that I ever cooked, somehow cooked the paper into the dough. So you guys don't have to worry about that. I'm a traditional guy. I just like to go 3 cuts across. I don't get too fancy. Some people cut designs into it. The key is you want to go like a 1/4 inch deep with the cut. So let's get in really close here. Go as close as you can.
It's good.
Get in closer.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's good. Alright, we're ready for the first score here. Now watch, I'm just gonna let the weight of the blade do my scoring. Boom, boom, and boom. Now once the oven's ready, we'll throw this guy in there. Oh, imagine that. Grab your bread. Look at this. This is part of the parchment paper roll. That quick transfer. Lid on top. Don't worry, the parchment paper won't catch on fire in the oven. I always thought it would, but in the oven, I'm gonna start a timer for 45 minutes. For the first 30 minutes, when that says 15 minutes, I will take it out. I will uncover the lid. Why is this funny?
Keep going.
Cut.
And my awesome wife made these nachos. Do I hit the red button again to turn it off?
Yeah. Alright, we're ready to take off the lid. Cook for the last 15 minutes. Boom, fancy. And this is gonna go back in. See, it's pretty white on top. This is gonna go back in for another 15. And cut.
Okay, we'll just edit it.
Nope.
You can't edit it?